Hi, everybody. We're just waiting for that sound check from the sound check, and then we will be well on our way to wonderful Tribe Shout Out Tuesday land. Is that a thumbs up?
Yep.
That's a thumbs up from the sound check. All right. So today is Tribe Shout Out Tuesday. It's the day that we shout out our tribe. We only have one new card, by the way, because we've been busy. So there's that. So I guess we can just jump right into it.
I want to say hi to everybody.
Well, there we go. We can say hi to everybody. I don't know
everybody.
who's in chat because I couldn't.
Vinny, Graham.
Hi, Vinny. Hi, Graham.
Etc.
And there's someone else. Who could it be? But I had discovered some new functionality, so I'm going to employ that. Let me here, and then we'll go over 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 here, and then we'll open. I have discovered something. But bear with me. Oh, that was the wrong button to push.
Uh-oh.
It's all right. It'll close in a second.
He's over here pushing buttons, pulling levers.
Just do that. That closes. That was the one I was looking for. Right there. Ha! Now, Donna can not only see while we're on the video, but I can actually see that there are people watching too. I can't see the chat. That I still have to. I have to look over there. But well, no, there's no way to put. I can't pop out the chat, so I have to actually see it from somewhere. And I'm gonna have to see it on your screen.
Yes.
So it is Donna's turn to talk about Steve Ignat from Ignacio Handmade Permanent Cigars.
You already did half the work. But yes, my friend Steve Ignat over there at Ignacio Handmade Permanent Cigars in Lincoln, Nebraska. And I have a piece I've put away, but it's one of his prototypes for a cob, corn cob that he put on a lathe, and came out really nice.
I've had like a year and a half now.
Yeah, I've been very pleased with it.
Durable, reliable. Ignacio Handmade Permanent Cigars.
You can check them out over at Ignacio Handmade Cigars or Ignacio Handmade on Instagram. And you can find him on Facebook at Steve Ignat. And
Let's get rid of that. I'll keep going.
Yeah. You can find or call him at 402-617-9127. And like I said, he is out of the Lincoln, Nebraska area. So if you're in that region, I'm sure you can find any of his pieces over in any of the head shops and smoke shops there. And the cat is losing his.
Hey, buddy. What you doing? I don't think that's a great idea. That was not a great idea. I am not that graceful. But it was funny. Too bad you couldn't see it from your own point of view.
He is literally trying to climb.
He was
The
trying
window.
to climb up on the
Through
window.
the blinds.
From under the blinds and realized that his fat ass does not fit on the top part of the window. Okay, so I believe that's
Yeah, that's
That's all we need.
Yeah, find his work over there in Lincoln, Nebraska, or on Instagram. Harry's next.
There we are.
Hi, buddy.
Um, Homemade by Lala. Leela Tyler Weeks is a former co-worker of mine. She is a baker, currently working at the happiest place on earth here in Florida. And she has decided to ply her trade privately. This started last year in response to being out of work and obviously needing to be paid for. Needing money to pay rent and stuff like that, obviously. And she started a small homemade baking venture. It is kind of blown up on her. She actually had to use someone else's ovens a little while back
wow.
to complete orders. She had to go to someone else's house and put stuff in their oven so that she could.
That's amazing. That's
so she could produce enough in time. If possible, everything that she produces is locally sourced, meaning that when she goes and gets fruit for jams and jellies and stuff like that, she goes to the farms and picks them up, or goes to farmers markets to grab most of her produce. Come here, buddy.
and just as a testimony, I love her jam.
Her strawberry jam.
Her strawberry jam is amazing.
She personally delivers, like, at no expense, at no cost, to the Disney, Claremont, Davenport, Winter Garden areas. There any other areas outside of that, she will hand deliver for free, for a fee. And then there's shipping that is available on select items. You can find her on Facebook at facebook.com/Lala's Homemade, LALAS Homemade. I believe she's also on Instagram. And you could also find her posts shared onto the network as well. So you could just go to the network and find, current menus, because those change weekly/seasonally. It's Moose Girl. Hi, Moose Girl. If you have an allergy concern, considering where she works as a day job, you could probably trust her to not kill you if you let her know what the allergy is in advance. And 80/20 Empire. 80/20 Empire is 80/20 Empire is the brainchild of a former coworker of mine as well, Tabs. She developed this as part of, like, an awareness of African history, as well as a music and comic book cartoon type venture. This is the main character, part alien, part human, hybrid type of thing. And it really touches on how they feel, like, inside their own body. So there is that. Currently, Tabs also has a studio that which she rents out to artists as well. Rents out to artists as well. She's also working on her own music project. So 8020 Empire at 8020empire.com. That's where you can find all sorts of merch, and you should be able to get in contact with Tabs about um, potentially if you were looking for studio space or studio time. That would be probably the best method of getting hold of Tabs.
Real Liberty Media. You find the whole cast and crew, everyone from Grim, Moose Girl, Vinny, easily, the Redneck Dennis, I think Gene and Boo, G's Boo, they're doing the show still, I guess. They took a brief hiatus last weekend before, so I think they're still doing their thing. So Real Liberty Media can be found at rlmradio.xyz and reallibertymedia.com. And yeah, there's a whole oh yeah, Flash is doing his show, The Dark Table, again. So yeah, there's the old favorites coming back, and some new ones. So check everybody out. Get the schedule over there at thereallibertymedia.com and the rlmradio.xyz. And Harry has the kitty boy. He's ready for a knapsack or a sack nap.
Lunar Lathers Apothecary, premium quality soaps and suds. Again, this is another venture that was created by a friend of mine who needed to continue their finances despite the fact that the employer-employee relationship completely dissolved in the United States with the lockdowns. Tara creates homemade artisanal soaps, ethically sourced and made with good intentions. You can visit her store at lunarlathersapothecary.bigcartel.com, or you can find her on Facebook at https blah 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 facebook.com Lunar Lathers Apothecary. Yeah, she does a lot of soaps that not only are aesthetically pretty, but they all have like
they smell
herbs and all sorts of like real shit in there. Yeah, so it's none of that factory stuff. It's all like real live herbs and
very therapeutic.
Yes, with 11 herbs and spices.
Yes. Fingers looking good. No.
Yeah, don't eat the soap.
No, don't eat the soap.
Don't eat the soap.
Don't eat the soap. Next, we have Vincent Easley II with Connecting Voices, American Dissonance Radio Writing Series. What Matters? A Pondergander over on RLM Radio. rlmradio.xyz. Fridays noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, he took a 2-week break the last 2 Fridays, so he still has 1 to go.
Slacker.
Well, I actually don't blame him. He did go retreat into Mother Nature and was surrounded by its splendor. So I don't blame him for going out and camping and enjoying. But if you want the most current and recent news concerning the Bundy bunch, the dissidents out west that has been fighting the Bureau of Land Management, not to be confused with the other BML.
BLM.
Yeah. But go over there on Fridays, noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and catch Vinny doing his thing, telling his truth.
Vinny says, last show Friday.
Last show Friday. Ooh, you'll have to come up with something else. Just saying. No slacking. No
slacking, slacker. I'll read it.
Okay.
To Die For Creations. That's Tori Vicky Wright, medicine woman, crafter, and quilter extraordinaire. To Die For Creations supplies tinctures and oils of the medicinal variety, as well as
It's edibles. Oh, that's concentrates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Edibles, quilts, and other crafty creations. Tori kind of prefers the more organic contact with her customer base. I'm sure that it's really not as pressing with the crafts as it is with the medicine, but generally her business model is via phone or email to contact her about purchasing wares because of the very sensitive nature of her medicines.
Yeah, definitely call her for consultation.
And you would call her at. Wow, that is really small.
Really, I need to fix that one.
We really are going to have to redo this one completely. Let me just let me blow this up a little bit. 1-503-724-5077, or you can reach her via email at freethinkertw@gmail.com. You know, I know somebody who has a fucking AOL email.
You know, I still have a was that an excite.com.
No.
That thing is like
that he actively uses. That's his only email.
That's what my Facebook's connected
to. He had to actually
it was my first email account I ever had.
He had to actually create a Gmail account just so that he could get that file that Michael, the drummer.
Mm-hmm.
He has an AOL account, and that was his own. He is like a boomer, but he's like fucking 32.
Welcome to
old
age, Michael. Welcome to old age.
He's like, I had to make a Gmail account. And I looked at him, I was like, why do you have a fucking AOL account? Holy shit. Anyhow. Now we can go back to our regularly standard programming. Before we talk about the network, we're going to just mention that, Tori is a godsend and is a lifesaver.
Yes.
Donna is living proof. The amount of progress dealing with her epilepsy is astounding compared to traditional or conventional medicine. I think it's fair to say that that what Tori does isn't really alternative medicine; it's more traditional medicine.
Yeah,
I think that's fair to say. So, with that being said,
thank you, Tori.
Thank you, Tori. Are you a business owner, artist, or content creator? You should join the fucking network. If you know somebody who's a business owner, artist, or content creator, you should absolutely tell them to join the network. If you know someone who likes to do business with businesses, look at art, or consume art or purchase art or enjoys content on the internet, you should tell them to join the network. Literally every end of this arrangement, we really want to have them come into the network. We it's not that we need the people to make the network work. The network is running as intended. It has zero negative connotations on the businesses, but I believe it could help people even further if.
I think time is pressing because with the economic situation that we've had for the last year, and now that a lot of places are cutting off the faucet to or the tap to the unemployment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's happening in June.
Yeah,
in Florida.
So
it's gotten
time's
to the point,
ticking.
It's gotten to the point where the Department of Economic Opportunity here in Florida and the state government are like, well, not for nothing, but people, we can't just continue taking money and giving it to you guys because it's writing checks on our future that we can't really afford to sustain.
We don't want to be like Venezuela or
New York,
California. Right.
To be completely fair, that's exactly where these places are heading. They're heading to economic turmoil, and not going to say that the governor is right for the right reasons, but he's not wrong either. The fact is that if you perpetually are just going to keep feeding people money,
it's going to devalue everything.
Has the overall wages gone up in the state of Florida? Yes, that is true. The problem is so has the cost of living over the past year. We went from being able to easily, yes, I said it, Vinny, afford living in the state of Florida as a single adult human at $35,000 a year, with room to breathe. Like you could possibly take weeks off of work if you had to, if you like hurt yourself or something like that, without compensation. You still should be able to make your bills. Will it be easy? No, but it will not be impossible. To a place where when you aren't capping that $45,000 to $50,000 range, you potentially are in trouble, and that's exactly not what people in Florida want. So basically, the state of Florida is like, listen, giving these people almost $600 every week, it being not considered taxable because Florida state doesn't tax, and the federal government isn't taxing unemployment at this point in time, is detrimental to the health of the economy of Florida.
Bludgeoning economic situation,
and it's making the situation worse. So
can't put
broken clock, right twice a day. It's not his active goodwill that makes him right. He just happened to dumbly walk into the right answer.
Right.
Much like anytime any politician gives the right answer, it's because they dumbly walk into it. But nonetheless, back.
Hopefully, everybody's making, besides making their bills and all that, making wise financial decisions where they can, where they're not putting themselves back at that same risk of being quote unquote unessential. So hopefully there's a renaissance of the entrepreneurship spirit. Hopefully there was
one. Let's see if it stays. That's
yes,
the whole thing.
Exactly.
So in order to help facilitate people on their entrepreneurship journey, the network provides no cost promotion for any individually owned businesses, artists, content creators, all of those types of things. And we give you these nifty looking digital business card things that you can use. They are watermarked unless you want to pay to have the watermark removed, and then we can do that. But that would be something you have to have a private conversation with us. All we ask is that you reach out to us, give us appropriate media for your project, your business, your
Or I'll be picking it.
Worse yet, I'll be picking it.
Oh no!
And let me just explain to you. She's the artist for a reason. I'm just some fucking guy. I am really bad at picking fucking pictures. So anyway, give us media. Give us the links to your project where people can find your stuff. And pay you for that stuff, because we want you to get paid. We don't want you to pay us. We want you to get paid. And
we want you to prosper and thrive.
And then we will build you one of these things, and you will end up on Tribe Shout Out Tuesday, and we'll invite you incessantly to come to Feature Focus Friday, like I do with pretty much everybody, to get you in front of a camera telling everybody about your project so that they can see that you're a real person, that you have real needs that need to be met, and that is more deserving of their purchase dollars than, let's say, the Waltons, because fuck those guys.
Or Bezos.
Because fuck that guy. Or any of the other ones. Fuck them all.
Right.
So with that said, you can find the network on Facebook at facebook.com/thenetworkmma. You can find us on WordPress at thenetworkmma.wordpress.com. And you can just message me. You can email me. You can send fucking smoke signals. You can grab 2 fucking cans with a string and throw the fucking can at me and yell into it. I don't care. Just reach out to me. Let me help me help you is really what this is all about.
And next.
And next up is
Brown County Forest Farming LLC. Forest products and services. You got some chanterelles, you got some lion mane, you got some oysters, chicken of the woods, maple wood shiitake, and maple syrup, much more. He does specialty syrups now and then, infused with chanterelles. And I've known the owner, Brian Hunt, for most of my life. So you can call him up over at 317-646-1356, and you can talk to him to see what kind of things are in season, what he has available.
Doesn't he do tours too?
He does do wilderness tours and guided trips throughout Brown County, Indiana, and actually he's licensed to do that in Indiana. But me and him have been all over the Midwest mushroom hunting for morels in the past, and he is very thorough.
Disclaimer. These are culinary mushrooms.
Yes.
You freaky deaky motherfuckers.
Yes.
He has a respectable business.
He does. He does. And you can actually peruse his website. I don't know if he's updated it. He did encounter technological issues with his computer recently. But he's always busy, making submissions into the mycology community in Indiana, so in the national database. So he's one of the largest contributors to to the database there. But you can find him at brown-county-forest-farming.square.site and over on Facebook at the Forest Products or the Brown County Forest Farming LLC. Um, or you can email him at browncountymushrooms at Yahoo.
Next up.
Ooh.
Look at that. Brand new card there, everybody. You still have to get closer.
I still have to get closer. Okay, well, I didn't get to test it earlier. But electrician Daniel John Riley, serving the capital region of New York with over 20 years of experience. You can call or text for free estimates 518-416-9370. You can go look over his website at electriciandanieljohnriley.com or on Facebook /Can't Be Beat Prices. His services are available to contractors looking to subcontract their electrical work. Every job is done to the National Electrical Code, licensed and insured. And while I was putting this card together, perusing the site and everything, I found a couple of Yelp reviews. So has a super fast response time. They called me after a few hours of leaving a voicemail and came later that evening. And I had a great experience working with the owners and electricians. And then his site, it says service panel installation and upgrades, meter sockets, weather heads, and service entrance cables, all types of lighting, LED, recessed, accent, ceiling fans, outdoor and under cabinet, etc. Doorbells, thermostats, security cameras, Ethernet, CCAT or Cat9, Ethernet, coax cable, charging points, outlets, swimming pools, bonding pumps, heaters, hot tubs, well pumps, dryers, stoves, sub panels to detached buildings, old and new construction, and entire house wiring. Oh, okay.
That's a bit much to put on a card.
I know, that's why I didn't put it all on the card.
And shameless self-promotion. Dun, dun, dun. Indie Learning Music Tutor, where you can learn about music theory. Specifically, if you want to learn instruments, I can do ground-up education on bass and guitar. I offer a wealth of complimentary educational resources. My private sessions are very competitively priced since they are literally the cheapest you're going to find anywhere for a one-on-one personal session. I am not a concert musician. I am not a philharmonic musician. I am not a assigned, labeled musician. So I don't charge what all of those guys do. And so there's that. I specialize my education around broad practical theory, meaning that the theory that you learn is theory that you are going to translate directly to your instrument. I am more concerned about people creating their own music rather than copying other people's music. If you want to play in a cover band, I can teach you the skills to make it so that you can play that person's music. But if you want to create music for yourself, that is really the main focus of my style of education. You can reserve your you can reserve your complimentary skill and knowledge consultation today. Indie Learning Music Tutor. Fall in love with creating music again. myilmt.com. You can reach out to me, of course. My first and last name are not on the post right now. Well, my first and last name.
Did you forget your first and last name?
My first and last name, if you're watching on YouTube, is literally right there. It's the channel you're watching on. It's first name dot last name at gmail.com. If you're watching via Facebook, well, guess what? You know my name. And if you are watching on the network, I am the creator of the network, and more than likely, my name appears on that site as well. You can find ILMT on Facebook at Facebook /Indie Learning Music Tutor, on WordPress at mylmt.com, and reach out if you're interested in individual sessions. We can do that. If you are just looking to peruse the materials, well, they are complimentary and found all on ilmt.com. That includes, there's backing tracks there for you to play off of. There are handouts to explain the concepts that I'm doing in certain videos, as well as actionable, what do I want to call it, challenges to really let you understand the concepts that the handouts cover. So you have practice exercises, you have handouts that literally explain what I'm talking about, as well as video, all video and audio assets all in one website. Ta-da!
Empire CBD, owned by a good friend of mine, James Freeland, up in the upstate area of New York. I lost track of how many locations he's got.
I thought it was like 4.
Probably. Maybe more. I know there's plans for more. So you can follow what he's doing over on Facebook.com/Empire CBD or the Empire Empire-CBD.com. Was the website. You can find all the dispensaries in the New York area. And I think he's got a menu up there. Yeah, last I seen. So yeah, check it out. He's been in the cannabis community for many decades now, helping many people, and with the opening of these dispensaries, he's just helping that many more people. So,
speaking of more information, you could also find his live interview on the network, as well as he is supposed to be coming in to re-record for with a little bit better technology, and hopefully not driving around while he's trying to have the interview, because there were some connection issues when it came to that.
Love you, man.
So hopefully we'll be able to see JJ again on the network for a feature focus, and possibly in a position where we have a stable connection. This way he doesn't cut in and out, and we don't sit there and look at his odometer for quite some time. The Bones Apothecary. Tony Bones over in California, purveyor of, I believe she's also selling like cry-cut crafts and stuff like that. But the bulk of her business is kratom. She sells bulk kratom for therapeutic purposes. Um, you can find her at bonesapothecary.com. Eventually, one day, she might actually show up for a feature focus. We keep talking about it, and we keep just missing each other. So, but I am trying to get her onto the show so that this way we can have her speak for her business in her own words, and move forward with getting her business promoted.
She can actually give testimony of how well it works for her.
She is a patient as well as a provider for this medicine. So she can tell you in her own words exactly how well all of her products and stuff like that work, and which products are really good for what.
Yeah.
And we got to start, putting a hustle on this because it's cutting into Taco Tuesday now.
It is.
And I think that's the last. That is the last one.
These people we know nothing about except for Gracie, I think. Over there at Half Moon Outfitters, they actually are merchandisers. Apparel, yes. Oh man, I cannot speak today. Apparel and other things. Biddy's showing off a pin that he got the other day. It's got sparkles. It's super fabulous. It's got his name etched in it. It's great, And they also make tumblers and cups and a variety of things over on their Facebook. You can find them at the Half Moon AR Outfitters. So.
They are based out off of the Half Moon Mountain.
Yeah.
So that is the last of them.
The last.
Stop sharing now. As you can see, I have slung Kitty. I've had this on for most of the broadcast, by the way.
I had to go catch him and bag him up.
Every time I look in here, he gives me that mean mug like, don't you even think about putting me down. So yeah. Oh, look at this. There's like 25 comments here.
Yeah.
It's all you guys. All right. So
thank you guys.
Yeah, this is why we do this. To try and get all of these names out there, get people looking at, get people interested into these individual enterprises, where your purchase dollars will do the most good for actual living human beings. The last year in 2020 showed us that there is no crisis too big or small for corporate entities to take advantage of. We saw countless amounts of small businesses lose their entire life. Their entire life.
Yeah.
And businesses close doors and they're not going to reopen. And meanwhile, places like Amazon, places like Walmart, and other large corporations have, I believe the last count was like increased profits by like 900%. Some shit like that, like some crazy number, like multi-billion-dollar people are worth more multi-billion dollars, and that's a thing now. And I see, as far as my perspective is concerned on this, the way out of these things is to not participate. I really make no bones about my political stances, as far as I'm an anarchist and stuff like that. And I tell people all the time, I don't participate in my own enslavement, because I don't. and that's the most powerful tool I can really bring to the table. Um, and what we're seeing now is economically people are bringing that same tool to the table, and we should be encouraging them because at the end of the day, the Waltons don't give a flying fuck about you. Bezos doesn't give a flying fuck about you. If you don't spend money with these people, it doesn't negatively affect their life ever. Like
No.
they
They
could,
got enough money for
they-
the rest of their lives
the rest of their
next
great
3,
grandchildren's
4, or
lives.
5 generations on down.
I mean, making $100 an hour, they're funding the next 1,000 years of their progeny.
Yeah.
You know, they don't need your money. They don't. It's not going to affect them any. What
You know,
what what people do need is they need those small businesses, the individually operated individually owner operated businesses. They need that money because that money is their rent, their mortgage payment, their electric bill, the food that they put on their family's table.
I've watched the big box, super chains pretty much decimate the small pops, mom and pops, for a number of years. Now, if you're happen to be here via my friends list or my Facebook, you'll know over the last 4 or 5 years prior, I went around. I was a full-time RVer, living within my means, but at the same time, traveling and going and supporting. Taking my money to these mom and pop shops, these restaurants. I would take my camera into these establishments, into like thrift stores, into like antique malls all over the country. And the one thing that they have all in common was they're small businesses operated usually by the people working the counter,
Owned by the people working.
Yeah. So I mean, and the last year, with everything, all the brick and mortars, closing down and people having to make modifications and renovations to keep to these restrictions. It's been killing people, really, literally, financially, and so that's why I'm doing this, and we need to utilize this opportunity not as something to be perceived as a defeat, but an opportunity to create more manufacturing and entrepreneurship again. So do it differently.
All right. So it's time for tacos, everybody.
Time for tacos. We got the tortillas already made.
Yeah, Donna made the tortillas.
Yes. So thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you, everybody, for coming by. We greatly appreciate it. And I will be on later for Bard and Broad Players Path edition. And then tomorrow is Web Presence Wednesday, and it's my Friday from work. I had a nice 3-day work week this week. All right. Have a great day. Bye.